Hello, everybody. I trust you've all had a fun and exciting start of the school year. I know it's a difficult adjustment to go from summer to start teaching again, but many of you have been working all summer, going to conferences and workshops and planning and unit planning, so for many of you it's not that big of an adjustment because it's a year-round job. At this point, I assume that many of you have started planning your module. You've gotten together as the expert or the new person to LDC, and you've started to put together ideas and maybe even started writing the teaching task and writing the instruction. And in fact, many of you are actually already teaching it, and that's awesome. Way to get started, way to hit the ground running. The most critical stage of the module, as you know, is the teaching task. The teaching task is going to ensure that the students are writing and reading text that is aligned to the standard, and that it engages the students in the type of thinking required for your content. And really, critically, it gives students a clear purpose. They know exactly where they're going from the beginning of the unit. It also makes sure that you have a quality assignment written that is worth spending a few weeks on. So that being said, I'm going to invite you all to share your teaching task. I'd like you to share it with me through Edmodo. That's going to give me the opportunity to give you feedback, to give you some ideas of how to help make this teaching task practical and maybe some troubleshooting you might be having, and also to say, hey, this is working. This is going to be a great unit. This is exactly what we want it to be. Also, feel free to post it on the public wall in our class in Edmodo. This will give other teachers the opportunity to learn from your task, and also the opportunity for you to maybe get some feedback, both positive and constructive. Quick reminder about what to think about when you're writing a teaching task. First, you want to make sure that it's clear and coherent, that the students will understand what you're asking them to do, and also that it aligns to the standards that you need to teach, aligns to the text they need to read, and aligns to the type of writing they need to write. More specifically, when we think about content, that's another key element. The teaching task needs to align with standards. So if you're a science teacher, students should, by the end of this module, have learned some key standards from your content. Same with history, same with English language arts, same with career tech classes. Second is text. Key to LDC is that students are reading texts that are part of that field. So if I'm a historian, they're reading primary and secondary texts and historical analysis. If I'm a scientist, they're reading journals, Time magazine type of science articles, or even the textbook would count as a text, but they should be on grade level text. And finally, the last part that we look at is the student product. The student product is what they write, an extended piece of writing that is similar to what they've read. Students should be writing in the same general genre as to what they're reading. With that said, attached to this post is a video that gives examples of how to align those different pieces, text, content, and student product. And it gives ideas of how to revise to make that work. I've also attached a rubric for LDC that shows you what to look for when giving feedback on tasks. Again, we appreciate all you're doing, the time you're taking, and we look forward to seeing the great instruction and student work produced from your collaboration.